Welcome to Section 2 of the Nevada Arts Council's web tutorial on the Culture Grants Online System, or CGO. This tutorial focuses on writing, saving, and editing the narrative sections of grant applications. To begin, log in to nevada.cgweb.org with the username and password you created in the first tutorial. Once the home page has loaded, click on Current Programs and Applications on the left-hand side of the page. You'll see a list of grants offered by the NAC on the page. To find grants that are accepting applications, scroll down the page. Grants that are accepting online applications will list Start Application as an active link under the submission deadline date. You can preview information required by each category by clicking on Preview Application and downloading a PDF with all of the narrative questions. We strongly recommend that whatever way you access this information, you print out a hard copy of the grant application requirements to use as an easy reference tool to help you gather information. Once you have some or all of the content required, click on Start Application to begin working on an application. The first page you'll arrive at is the information page. Note the headers at the top of the page. You can navigate to other pages of the grant application by this linked list. This navigational aid will prove most useful when you are logging in to edit an application already in progress. On the information page, you must answer all questions and fill out all fields on this page marked with a red asterisk. Click on Help to clarify any of the terms or questions you do not understand. In addition to a brief summary of your grant proposal, you'll also be adding information as to who's your authorizing official and the primary contact for your grant. The authorizing official is someone who is legally authorized to contract on behalf of your organization. Your authorizing official and your primary contact person for the grant may be the same person, or they may be two separate individuals. If you'll be using a fiscal agent, be sure to provide all applicable information. See the grant guidelines for more information about fiscal agents. At any time, you can click on the Save Work button at the bottom of the page to save your work. When you're done, click on Did I complete this page? You'll get a notice letting you know whether or not you completed your page. It will prompt you to fill in any item that you may have missed, or let you know that you have completed all the required questions and remind you to save. Be sure to click on the Save Work button before leaving the page. You can click on the icon with the P in a circle to generate and view a PDF of your application to review what you have done so far. To move on to the narrative questions, click on the Next Section button. Review all of the narrative questions and the character count limits for each of the questions in this section. Strong grant applications include clear, succinct, and complete answers. It is highly recommended that you write and save your answers in another program, such as Microsoft Word, and then cut and paste your answers in the boxes provided here on CGO. At any time, you can click on the Save Work button at the bottom of the page. When you're done, click on Did I Complete This Page? Be sure to click on the Save Work button once more before leaving the page. Remember to generate and view a PDF of your application to review what you have done so far. Click on the P icon, preview icon, and go ahead and open the PDF. The Next Section button will advance you to the budget pages of your application. You may at this point wish to log out and come back and work on your application at a later time. If so, to return to your work on the application at a later date, first log in, then click on Current Programs and Applications in the left-hand menu. Scroll down to the grant that you are working on and you will find an Edit Application link. Clicking on this will return you to your grant application. Be careful not to begin a new application. When working on the narrative section of your grant, keep in mind that panelists use review and scoring criteria specific to each grant category to assess your narrative and request for funding. Grant application review criteria and scoring rubrics are accessible through the Grant Resources button on the left-hand side of the page. Additional information about preparing a competitive grant can also be found in this area of CGO. This concludes Section 2 of NAC's CGO web tutorial. Section 3 will cover the budgeting section of grant applications.